I guess it's relaxing.
It is
right?
fun.
It's
and
relaxing.
fun and relaxing.
Yes.
Dr. Dan's all about dragging me to fucked up places and just sitting there.
That are fun
No.
and relaxing.
That one's okay. Okay, that little natural spring water is okay. But he takes me to this place one day called Hippy Hollow. Okay, on the hottest day of the year, and it sounds good when he described it. Hey, it's a nude beach out here. Let's go. So I'm like, cool, right?
Just you and him.
What he fails to mention is it's not like a sandy beach. It's pebbles, like rocks that you lay on.
Did y'all take a picnic?
And when the sun hits these rocks, they get scalding, right? And I show up without a towel. And let's get something straight here, okay? Because this is a nude beach, but I do not go nude. Dr. Dan's not nude. None of our girls are nude. Dr. Dan, man, seriously, if I walk there nude, man, would you be cool with that or would you freak out?
Man, I guess since you're my friend, it's kind of fucked up, you know? I wouldn't want to see your dong. I don't want you to look at my dong either.
Or even my girl, man. I wouldn't want you looking at. Would you be cool if your girl went naked and then I get to see her?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Because I would look, dude. I'd have to look, and then
Sure.
I'd probably be when you're not looking. I'd probably sneak like 2-3 good looks.
Sure. I mean, you're a
It'd
guy.
be pretty fucked up, but I could not stop
If you didn't
staring.
sneak those looks,
And your girl's pretty
I'd
hot,
be like,
so's
you're
mine.
fucking gay as hell.
Yeah.
So you would have to. And, you know, your wife's good looking. My girl's good looking. Shit, I mean, it would have to happen that way.
And I wouldn't want my wife like comparing dongs amongst friends. You know, that would not be cool at all. And me personally, dude, I don't want to show my dong off, dude. There's nothing to show off, so I go there clothed. You're clothed. Everybody's clothed, you know?
Yeah, but the majority of that place is, I mean, we're probably the only clothed people there.
And I'm cool with that. So I'm laying there, bare skin on these rocks while Dr. Dan and his girlfriend are out in the water having fun. I'm all by myself.
Having fun.
Let me tell you why I didn't go in the lake.
Why?
The moment you walk up, right, the first thing I see as I get to the entrance is like an 80-year-old guy with his huge saggy balls, man, just stuck to the side of his leg, walking by. Immediately, I'm like, whoa, what's
Stuck to his leg?
Is this? So I'm like, okay,
He made
one
sure it
old
was
man.
stuck.
It was like bat wings, dude, when he was walking.
God.
It's like a parachute between his legs, like these old wrinkly balls. So I'm like, okay, one old man, he walking around. That's cool. That's cool. Walk down further down. Nothing but dudes, man, naked. No, all the girls are wearing clothes, right? All the cute ones, at least. There's a couple really overweight older women butt naked. But it's nothing but like gay guys naked. And that day they're having a gay dance party on a yacht. So all I hear is this like blaring techno music the whole time. And I'm laying on the rocks. Dudes are walking by to me, smiling. And then the most embarrassing shit happens. I look up, man. I see somebody from my gym. This really buff, like Asian guy. And we recognize each other. We're like, what's up? And then he immediately goes, hey, man.
Was he naked?
Yeah. No, not yet. Not yet.
Woo.
He's wearing shorts. And then he looks at me and goes, man, don't tell anybody at the gym that you saw me. I go, bro, don't worry, man. I ain't telling nobody. You better keep my secret, too. And then he goes and lays in front of me and pulls his pants down, man, and sits there naked in front of me.
Well, you're
And
at a
I'm
nude
like,
beach.
Come on, man. But it's nothing but guys. You always take me to these places where I got to sit there.
Well, here's the funniest part about that place, right? Since Dizzle said that the rocks are like scalding hot. So picture this, like the guys are walking around with tennis shoes only. All right? Buck naked tennis shoes and a hat.
Damn.
It's the most fucked up, like.
And they always catch.
Look,
they
dude.
caught somebody last week, like masturbating on the rocks. They always catch somebody.
You know, the craziest thing is like CMFK, and by the way, he's here sitting in with us.
What up?
What up,
What's up,
CMFK?
What up?
He's going to give an update pretty soon, but let me get back to the story. CMFK and I and a bunch of other people, we went down there 2 weeks ago. We made sure not to call Diz because we knew Diz was not going to go, right? Due to that last fucking thing that went wrong.
Actually, CMFK invited me, and I said, no thanks. Don't want to see man balls.
But anyway, it was a fun time. We had a lot of fun time. We inflated rafts. We were in the water. It was awesome. It wasn't as hot as the day that we took you. I agree that day was really fucking hot. And the only way to survive that was to be in the water.
I
It was
scalded
not in the
my
water.
foreskin, man.
So when we were leaving, and CMFK did not see this, but I see my girl and these other girls that we're with, we're walking up the top trail to get out of this place to the parking lot. And usually at the top is like some trees. And so the people that have been sunbathing naked all day, sometimes they take a break, right? So they go up by the trees and they stand under the trees. So we're walking at that top little trail thing back to the parking lot. And I do like a double take on this dude's dong, right? And I'm not gay as fuck, right? But this is
Just a little gay.
I only do a double take because the girl in front of me is like, oh, and I was like, what? And I was like, I looked over there, and I'm not even kidding. Dude's dong was an inch from his kneecap. And it was flaccid, dude.
You thought it was the tree they were hiding under. It was his dong.
Dude, I'm not even kidding. And he had a white T-shirt on, running shoes, and no hat, and he just faced towards the girls and me and stood there like Dirk Diggling.
You think he was like straight?
I don't know, but you don't think about that shit because you look at the dong and you're like, my fucking dong's orbiting around this guy's dong. Like, this is like the gravity pulling my dong in there.
Dong? That's one of those like.
I did a double.
Gay
I did a double take, and the girls probably did like a quadruple take.
So
like,
who set it? Was it you telling the girls first, or they told you? Look
they
at
told
that
me.
dong. Okay.
No, I saw the reaction of the first girl, and the first girl like tapped my girl, and she was like, "What?" Oh, like, and I was like, "Holy shit!" And I did a double take, and then we passed the guy, and then we all looked at each other, we're like, hee, hee, hee. And then we got to the top of the trail where the cars were, and everyone kind of just stopped, looked at each other, and like simultaneously was like, biggest dick ever.
No, they made such a big deal about it.
Like,
I wanted to go.
He
see
wanted
it.
to go back down to see it. CMFK missed it.
Like,
I don't know
shit.
how.
That's something like it would. I wonder if that would not be gay if you told the guy, dude, you got a big dong. We got to take a picture with you. Is it okay?
Dude, I'm not kidding. Like, it's bigger than any fucking porn I've ever seen. Like, it was so fucking big.
That's got to be a curse in a way, though.
The girls looked at that and after the fact, and I don't know if they're
That's
just
why
saying this because, but they were like, "That I just can't understand that. That's so disgusting." I'm like, When a girl says like, it's like when we look at big titties and our girls don't have big titties. It's like, yeah, we don't like big titties at all. We don't like them. I like completely natural titties.
That's kind of like humiliating to the guy though when you're with a girl and they're like,
Dude.
"Oh my god, did you see that guy's dong? It was huge."
Well, that guy's like.
That's telling all the other girls around you that okay, my man's dong is not as big as that.
Well, whose dong is? It's probably the
It
top
is
1%
crazy.
of 1%.
The fact is, like, if he walks around in like regular life, he has to bend that thing probably beyond his like perineum to where it's like probably touching his butthole. Like, I don't know how he packs this thing. Like, it is retarded.
He probably every time he goes through airport security, they like, target him, dude. This dude is packing a bomb, man.
No shit. But
That's
got to
be the weird though. Imagine you go through airport security, they pat you down, and now you got to go to like the secondary screening room because they're like, we felt something in there. It was definitely not. It was a foreign object. It was something big, and it was the size of a grenade. Now you got to go in and explain to them, no, I have a big dong. They don't believe you. Then you got to pull it down and show like the guys that check you at the airport now.
And then they don't think it's real, so then they start stroking it, right? And then stuff comes out of it. They think it's explosives.
Speaking of airport security, dude, news of the week. We've been gone. Reality, you know.
Yeah.
So, hey, you know what? I heard
What?
you went to, you hit back up that, the nudie beach again.
Oh, dude, we go there.
What is up with you, dude? That place seems
Recently?
kind of fruity.
That place is cool, man.
Dude, if you like dicks, yeah.
Have you been there?
No.
Well,
When I was
then
a
how do
kid,
you know what
when
it
I
is?
was like a little kid.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's not just dicks.
Yeah.
There are
How
a
many
lot of
hot
girls
chicks
there.
are running around that nude beach?
Last time I went, probably 6 to 10.
And you're not nude, right?
No.
Why don't you go nude? I understand if you're hanging out with me.
You know, I think it's
spin.
one of those things like,
If you
like
actually-
you said the last time, if it's a very uncomfortable thing if you see someone that you know down there, and you, being as small of a world as this is, this motherfucker, Dizzle, the last time he went, ran into someone he knows. Like, just
A
right
guy
up.
from my gym in
Yeah.
Houston.
It's crazy, dude.
But he pulled his pants down right in front of me. He didn't give a fuck. Once he got it from me, because he asked me, he was like, hey, you're not going to tell anyone from the gym you saw me here, right? I was like, no. He goes, cool. And he pulled his fucking pants down right away. It was like, that was the signal to him.
Damn.
So I was like, shit. Like, I wasn't expecting, like, this guy to pull his pants down.
Maybe he was expecting you to pull yours down. No, I don't get naked down
Yeah,
there,
why
man.
don't you? I think, are
You
you
go to
shy? Like,
Yeah, you
No,
go
not
to
are you
all.
one of those,
you go
like,
to a nude beach, but you don't get
No,
nude.
it's
are you a
Well,
shower
hold
or a
on.
grower?
It's
Either,
a
either you're
clothing-
going
Hold
there.
on.
Hey.
Are you a shower or a
It's
grower?
clothing optional. You have to realize
Answer
it's
the
not.
question.
Are you a
An-
shower or a
answer-
grower?
Answer a
shower?
question.
What the fuck?
Bullshit. Are you really? So you're
I'm a
always
little bit of both because like my fucking like blood circulates really good down there. Like when it gets hard, it grows a lot. Like,
Yeah, so you're a grower. That's what I
but it
noticed.
still looks good if I was taking my pants off. Like,
See, I noticed guys at the
you know?
nude beaches are usually like showers, dude. The grower
I don't
guys
know
that
about
are
that,
like
dude.
going from nothing to like a decent size,
why would-
they're not running around naked because that's embarrassing. I'm a grower, dude. I ain't gonna be unless I'm I might pull it down
what
for a little
makes
bit.
a shower and what makes a grower, though? Like, I don't get what
Okay,
the cutoff
a
is.
grower is a guy.
I know what a
that-
grower and a shower is, but where do you put that cutoff?
It's
okay,
okay.
I don't know,
To
it's-
me, the size difference from like completely flaccid to an erection is like 80% different. Like
80%
I'm
different.
nothing, dude, and then suddenly
Yeah.
I'm like a normal sized person. Then you
Okay.
got a grower. He's probably growing 10 to 15%. If he's erect like 7 inches, he might be like 6.5, 6 inches flaccid.
okay.
Those guys got it good, dude.
Those guys that can walk around nude all the time.
Yeah, they're living
Yeah.
large.
They're the
Like,
guys that don't have to worry
I wonder
about
what that
cold
guy was
water.
around.
guys like
I went
me,
down
after
there.
sex and it goes down, you have to pull the sheets back up so the girl doesn't see
I
it.
wonder what it was. I was thinking that same exact question then from that last guy with that monster fucking.
Oh, he's
cock
a
on
he's
his
a
jaw.
shower,
Yeah,
dude.
sure, for sure.
That dude's a
How
shower.
do you know for sure?
Because if he's got a 15-inch cock, that's a shower, dude.
No, it was a okay. Yeah,
How big? How big was it?
Guys
it
like
was
that,
about 15 fucking inches at least.
there's no question about a guy like this. You might question a guy
Yeah,
that's
dude.
like 4 inches.
If a guy that's 15 inches was like Dizzle, then that guy's dick would be like
like 38
42
inches,
feet long.
I hear thunder in the background.
how could you even question that?
Someone's getting
an
hard.
erection.
So are you a shower or a grower? Now that you know what it is.
Okay, I'm a grower then.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
that's what it
that's
is.
why he's not nude.
When you're a
then.
Because-
grower, in the back of your mind, you're like, dude, I'm not at my most highest
Yeah,
potential
okay.
I
Yeah.
could be
I
at.
hear it. Okay.
Let me ask you this. If your dick at full erection was the same size flaccid, you'd probably walk around naked, right?
Hell yeah.
Let's say you were 10 inches
I don't know, man.
erect and like 2 inches flaccid. Let's say now you're 10 inches flaccid. You'd probably walking around.
It's one of those things like mutually with my girl and I would just be like, yeah or no, and she's like, I don't think it's right. And we're like, okay.
Well,
cool.
what would you do if your girl was like walking around naked? Would you strip down too?
Probably. Yeah. Yeah.
So you don't ever get naked there.
No.
So
But there are a lot of people that are clothed. It's not like it's.
so you go to a nude beach and you don't get
I don't
nude,
see the point.
and there's mostly dudes there.
yeah,
No, it's
that
not
makes no
mostly dudes. There are
sense.
a lot of girls.
So what is the?
Keep thinking they're dudes there and never go there and
I've-
But
miss out on all the good stuff.
why are you going? Why are
what
you
is
going?
the real reason?
Because
There's
it's close to the house. We have a pass there
Not
for a
really.
year. No, it is really close. It's closer than Barton, actually. Closer to the house. We have a pass there for a year, which entitles us to all the parks in Texas. And then on top of that, from the parking lot to where you are, it's like 1 minute and you're already laying out. Like,
And in that 1 minute, you see like 8 dongs.
you see a
walk by.
fucking lot of dongs, though.
Do guys walk
is
around
that
naked?
is that a reason to go there?
No,
No.
I'm just saying, like, I guess for my girl, it's kind of like, oh, okay, entertainment. But, like, for me, you know,
Who wants to go
It's
more?
hard to say, 'cause
Who
I
wants
don't-
to go more?
Are you
or
to
her?
a point where you see a dude walking by and you immediately try to look away so you don't
no,
see his
not,
dong?
not anymore. It's
You
just
just-
So
when-
do you
just sit there
glance
and you're
at
like,
every
stare
dude's
away.
dong?
No,
Let
you're
me
just
ask
like
you this.
naked fucking dude, you know?
But do you look at every guy and then like purposefully look down at the dong?
Quite honestly, I think since you never see a naked guy in front of you, like hardly ever in life, besides yourself in a mirror, that when you finally see a naked guy in front of you, and I'm not gay or anything, but you do look
No
there,
homo.
right? You do look there because you're
I'll
just
tell
like,
you what. When I go to the gym, right, and I have to go pee in the locker room,
yeah.
I try. First of all, I try to avoid the locker room because it's always old guys. For some
Yeah,
reason, when you
always,
get
dude.
older, you lose that inhibition. You're like, I don't care who sees my dick. I just want to.
Yeah, they come
clean
chain.
myself.
It's like they come right in front of you and like bend over. Like there's like this giant empty room, and it's always those old, fat, flabby guys that like come in and just like
Change right behind you.
yeah, like they come in like right like 2 feet away from
Yeah,
you.
it's something about old guys because I remember in college, whenever I lived in the dorms, it was all young guys, right, straight out of high school, and then for some reason there was like a 43-year-old man with a mustache. Whenever I see a guy with a mustache, dude, the bells start going off in my head, man. Warning signs.
Like what? Like dong?
Like something.
You about to see a dong?
Yeah, I might see something. So every morning, right? Every morning, I was the first one up because I had the earliest class, right? And I would walk in, and this dude would be brushing his teeth, butt ass naked. Now, everybody it was a community shower. Everybody would be wearing a towel, except this dude. I mean, I don't know if it's because it was older or what.
Is he a shower or a grower?
That's the thing. I don't look. That's my point. I try not to look.
I try
But he
not
would
to.
stand there and start conversations with us on
God.
purpose,
Wow.
butt naked, face to face, or like while we're brushing our teeth, he'd stand next to us in the shower. And this went on for like a month, and then people started complaining to the RAs,
What?
the resident assistants, you know, the guys in charge at the dorms.
That's weird.
And then he actually got a letter saying you can't be out there naked talking to these guys, because it was weird, man. We're like
Yeah.
18 years old, straight out of high school, and this 43-year-old guy would just walk out naked and start purposefully having conversations with us. But
Where's this
That's
story
my-
going?
no, I'm just getting to the point. It's just weird. I thought of that guy. But my point is, when I walk into those locker rooms, man, unlike you, I make it a point. Not if I by mistake catch like a side peripheral dong, I fucking turn my head as fast as possible.
Yeah, I don't go out of my way to like not look, but at the same time, it's like, you know, if I peripherally see there's some dude getting naked, it's like I don't look over there unless I have to. I mean, why would anybody?
But they're like, when you go to this
Purposely look.
place, honestly, like people are naked like everywhere you go. Like they're walking in front of you in the water. It's just kind of funny. And my girl and I kind of joke about like just funny things that you see in the water. Like you'll see people in their little tubes, right? Butt ass naked, right? In their little tubes, and their butts in the water, right? And their feet are in the water, and their shoulders are in the water, but their dongs like jetting out of the water, like floating around like a little buoy.
Oh.
It's pretty funny, dude.
Have you ever seen a dude with like a full boner?
No, I have not. Oh, no. 2 weeks ago, we were there with CMFK and Easy-E and a couple other girls. And, he didn't have a full boner. He was just jerking off behind us in the fucking
What?
trees, dude. Yeah.
And you don't complain or call the cops?
No, it's just what you do there, man. You just jack
It
off. in
seems
the
like that's the
trees.
kind of reason why people are going this
I can
way.
just dismiss it to where, like, okay, there's some fucking dude jerking off. Like,
possibly to you or possibly to your girl. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I know this place
Maybe.
had
I
an
don't know.
issue. This place had a big issue like 10 years ago where it turned
It's
into just
still
gay
that way.
guys going there jacking
Yeah.
off.
there are a lot of gay guys that
And
go
the
there,
police
yeah.
raided that
But
place.
it is
just to get rid
really
of it.
cool, and it's a very beautiful
It's
place
supposed
out
to be
there.
it's a real nice looking
Beautiful
place.
out there.
And it just so happens to have some like clause in the law where it allows people to be nude for some reason.
They have a creeper hotline there, so if you see some guy jerking off, you can call on your phone and they like rush cops down there to like
Do
take
it
him out.
really?
Yeah, I swear. It's called Creeper Hotline.
Creeper hotline.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting.
Have you ever called
There's kind of a funny story last time I went down there this past weekend. It was just me and my girl too, and we went down there. We brought our little half dome tent thing, and we brought our big ass like island float with us. That takes 10 minutes to inflate. Like as you pull up to Hippy Hollow, we inflate this thing out of the back of my SUV, and it sits there for 10 minutes. So that just gives you an idea. With an electric pump, for 10 minutes, this thing is inflating. It's huge, right? It's easily half the size of, I don't know, a standard room in a house. So it's an island float. We bring it down there, and it's a big debacle to get it through. Kind of like the little micro forest you have to walk through before you get to the actual hollow. And so we set up our tent down there, and we're laying out. Windy fucking day too. And I'm about to go in the water. I'm like, oh man, I want to go in the water so bad because it was hot as fuck. And huge gust of wind just comes from my right, and you just hear, whoosh, and I'm like, what the fuck? And everyone goes, holy shit! And everyone looked to the left, and my little big ass island was sailing in the air
Damn.
down the rocks, right, towards the other part of the shore. Well, I'm like, oh my god, right? I'm thinking this thing's gonna explode, or the rocks are gonna puncture it. Well, this one dude like springs into action, right?
Is he clothed?
No, he's nude as fuck. I mean, he's just naked as shit. He like springs into action faster than I can even walk across these rocks. This buck naked guy with no running shoes, nothing, flying down these rocks, like dong flying everywhere, like nuts.
Are
just-
his balls like behind the butt, like flapping?
Well, just, dude, I was like, oh, the second I saw that thing flying, I saw this naked guy running after my raft thing. I was like, this is a show topic. There's just no way. I can't believe I'm actually going up to my own like island float, and I'm going to pick it up out of the hands of a nude guy, right?
Oh, thanks, dude.
And I go down there, and he finally grabs a hold of this thing. And it has traveled quite a long distance. He finally gets a hold of it, but in order to get a hold of it, he has to like bend down.
Oh shit. God.
So he has to bend down, and thank God I was like, the spin in me kicked in, and I turned my head for 1 second. I was like, oh, I didn't see that. Thank God. I would have
I would not
had.
even want to see that. On
I would have
a
had
chick.
the most money like butthole shot and ball shot and dong shot ever. Mentally, like it would probably have fucked me up for a while.
No, it wouldn't have fucked you up.
Dude, I mean, he literally like he didn't just pick it up like like you normally pick up something like you drop some
Did he
change on
keep
the
his
ground.
legs
Did he like do
straight?
it like tantalizingly?
Dude,
Yeah.
he fucking spread his like legs kind of open and like bent over, like literally like maybe his asshole was open a little bit.
He
like,
probably didn't even bend his knees, dude. Just straight down,
It was
like
it
a
was
stretch
bad.
move.
Okay, so that makes the story a little weird already, right? You're like, oh god. And he gives me my little.
Oh, there's more.
He gives me my island raft back. I'm like, thanks, man. He goes.
Thanks for the show.
Yeah, I was like, thanks, man. He's like, yeah, man. He goes, that thing goes pretty fast. I'm like, yeah. He goes, hey, you got a pretty good body. I was like, oh, shit. So
Was he a gay dude or what?
I don't.
Gotta
okay.
be.
I don't know because I'm thinking he's like a swinger kind of guy, right? Because he was like, okay. He goes, how do I get muscles like you, man? How do I do this?
Was he by himself or what?
He was with his fiance.
How do you know it's his fiance?
okay.
Because he like introduced me to her and everything right then and there. Like,
Oh, after he picked up his raft.
dude, it's the weirdest thing ever. Like, he introduces me to this girl, and while we're walking
She
back to
pretty
where
hot. Is
they're
she
laying
hot?
out, he's like, "How do I get big muscles like you? I'm trying to work out. I'm on a routine right now. You want to help me out a little bit?" And I was like, "Okay, this guy just like saved my raft, so I'm gonna give him some personal training sessions or something. I don't know." So I was like, "I'll talk to you about it here for a second." I had no agenda that day, right? I'm laying out doing nothing.
So you're talking to a naked guy.
So I sit next to him and his wife, and his wife was
And are you
pretty
next
good
to
looking.
him
Huh?
or the wife?
She's nude as well.
okay. So it's like her laying out,
She's
buck
nude?
naked. She's
Okay.
nude, like
Oh,
completely
nice.
naked.
How old are these people?
She looked like she was from Brazil too.
How old is this chick?
This chick's probably like 24.
And nice tits, real,
Yeah, I think fakies.
like Harry Bush or what?
Very tiny amount.
Awesome.
Very tiny amount. Yeah.
So are you like? Do you get a good look at her, like her bush, or how you looking?
Yeah, dude. I'm a guy. Yeah.
Yeah, but how do you look? Like, how
Dude,
do you
I
look?
saw her like the minute we got down to Hippy Hollow. I was like, oh.
But when you're
so
talking
the
to
hottest,
this guy,
the hottest chick there.
She's one of the hottest chicks
Oh,
there.
so when you're talking to this guy, right?
This guy, look, let me tell you,
Where's
I'm not
the
gay,
girl?
right? The guy was a good-looking guy, though. I'm not a gay guy, right? Like, he's a good-looking guy. He was
you're
like
supposed to say no homo.
well put together. He had like he had his shit together. You could tell, like he was a classy kind of guy, and he was there with his classy kind of
Classy
fiance.
kind of guy with his dong hanging out.
But this is the weirdest part, right? So she's laying down, and then he sits down on his towel, and then I just sit down on the rock next to him, and I'm holding my island thing, and I'm like talking to this dude with his dong just chilling there about workouts. And I'm like putting my email in his phone because I'm like,
Dude,
look, we
this
could just
sounds like really
I was like, we can just
fucking homo,
correspond.
They're gonna swing, man. You can get to bang that chick.
I mean, how? If his fiance
dude.
is
Okay,
there,
are you sitting closer to him or the girl?
he is in between the girl and me.
And
Yeah, of course. What do you? I mean,
let me ask you this though: when he brings you the raft, where's the girl?
She was looking from where she was laying out at the whole thing
Oh, okay,
unfolding.
so she was further
Was
down.
his junk like rubbing all over the raft?
No,
Oh, that's good.
he was just like laying right out there with his.
And where's your girl when you're like?
she's just sitting there.
She's next to you when you're putting in his phone number and everything.
My girl was back where the thing flew away from.
And how far are you away from your girl?
I don't know, probably 10,
Did
15
you
yards.
wave her over to come?
No.
meet your
15
friends?
yards is what? 45 feet?
I mean, I could literally like it's like
sounds
from
a little
it's
homo,
from like
dude.
a kitchen of a house to your driveway. Like you can see that close.
Has he emailed you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What is
Nice.
This story's getting really weird.
Yeah. So you picked up a dude.
If he emails right away, man, that's like.
Well,
I'm
look at
trying to
this. Like
bang
this gives the
dude's
truth to
territory.
like things
That-
like
so
sideshow.
you-
Like I can help people, right? And people see it. I guess as soon as they like meet me and they realize like this guy's
No.
probably knows a lot about working out.
This
like,
guy's
I'm gonna-
thinking I can trick this guy into taking some dick.
That's the second. Shut the fuck up.
So you went to Nudie Beach, and now you're conversing with a dude whose dong you've seen.
Look,
and
this
you're
is the thing.
emailing him back and forth.
What are these emails
guys,
about?
Are you guys
It doesn't
get-
it doesn't
getting
freak me
along
out to
pretty
talk to a naked guy. Okay?
No,
It
sure.
doesn't freak me
no,
out.
it should.
What are these emails?
I'm
What-
okay with myself.
Why
All
would
right.
it freak
Hey,
out? It's
Spence,
the
let's get naked, man, to see if you
Yeah,
can
look-
talk to
Well, it's the circumstances around it that's so weird, man. I mean,
I
think
know.
about what you
That's
just
what
said.
makes the story good. But this actually unfolded like just like this. I'm not
All right,
like
let me ask you
embellishing
this
any part of
question.
this story.
This will answer everything. Was he circumcised or uncircumcised?
I think he was un.
Dude,
Yeah.
you looked at his dong too close, dude.
No, I think it, no.
I would have never been able to answer that question.
I'm not 100%, but I mean when he
You should be 100%. I don't know what the fuck he was.
I don't know, dude. I honestly don't know, but I would have to say he was probably circumcised.
Dude, I don't even want to know the answer to that
Because
question.
the only reason I say
a second ago he said uncircumcised.
the only reason I say that is because when we were in the water, like on that raft, finally,
Which
like,
one is it?
you can see up to the dude where he's laying out with his girl, and he's just buck naked, like just chilling there. I mean,
Why are you looking back up there at his dong?
I'm not looking at his dong. His chick was up there with him.
So, okay, let me ask you this, though.
His chick was okay looking. She was pretty good looking.
Are you going to try to, like...
I'm a guy,
are
but
you
I don't
gonna
want
try,
her.
Okay, if this guy said, hey, let's do a threesome kind of deal.
Fuck no. I'll give him your address.
Foursome, he said. He wants to swing.
Foursome.
No.
Nothing.
No way.
No, only working
If your
out.
girl was cool with it.
No, dude. He seems like he's going to be like a cool kind of like guy to know.
I don't know if I could do that, man. I've seen a dude naked.
No.
He's been near me.
No,
I can't
that's
be
not-
friends with him, man.
What?
I couldn't.
So if I show you my dick, we're done.
You wouldn't be on the show anymore.
That's
If it was
I
a
know what to do if I want
mistake,
to quit.
if it was a mistake, like, hey, you were drunk and your dong fell out.
Why
you
is
know?
it dick? I mean, what is the like?
If you're like just trying
got
to
a
be
dick phobia
chill,
or something.
He does,
if
man.
if you're trying to be
you are
chill with
dick
me,
phobia.
You got
and like
dong.
You know what-
suddenly,
You know what I learned in sex ed class in college?
What's that?
The more homophobic you are,
Yeah.
the more homosexual tendencies you have. So like the more you hate gays, people.
I'm not homophobic.
Oh no!
I just don't
You
want to see a dong.
He's a dick hater.
Yeah, I don't
The
want
more
to
you
see
hate
your
dick,
dong.
Well, then you do.
There's nothing
Look,
that
homophobic
means-
about that.
that
I just
means-
don't want to see your dong or
Look.
anyone I know's dong.
It would ruin our friendship. You said
It would.
that's ridiculous.
I've seen your penis, man.
So what?
I just can't be friends with you anymore. I have that rule. I've lost friends over this.
What if Metalhead rubbed his dick on
That's
his phone
different.
and you saw it?
Metalhead's different, man?
That's
he's
the
in a
dong he
different
wants to
category.
see.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to see. That's like a comedy dong.
Sounds like it.
Comedy dong.
So you know what's weird about the whole thing is like I was talking to that guy over there at the Hollow about like working out, and I was like, you need to get 6 meals a day. The same kind of stuff that I'm talking to this guy Sideshow on the forums about. To where this guy was like, look, after my personal training sessions that I'm doing right now, and his big goal was to get ripped like as big as me in 2 months for his honeymoon, which he's doing in Greece.
Sweet.
All right.
More nude beaches over there.
That's what I was saying. The whole thing is nude over there. So I'm figuring if he's picking Greece for like this, he must have some ties to Greece, or the fiance's from Greece, or he's from Greece. He had kind of a weird accent. And in that respect, like I can look at things in that respect. Like, look, just because we're afraid of dongs here and we don't have any nude beaches,
It's
over
normal.
there, it's like if you're clothed, it's a totally now you're the real outcast over
Right.
there. So that's the way I look at it. I'm not afraid of dongs. I don't give a shit, you know. But I wouldn't go to Hippy Hollow. Well, if it was a lot of dongs and like one chick, I would probably not go there. But the fact that there are good-looking girls that go there, it makes it pretty easy to go there. Been corresponding with this guy. He gave me an email not too long ago, and it said, hey, good to meet you and your girl. You would be happy to know that I've switched to 6 meals a day, and I'm going to switch to your gym to start working out.
Oh.
And I was like, And he's like, I'll take you up on your personal training if that still stands. And then the last part of it was a sentence that said, hey, my fiance's out of town on Sunday. What are you guys up to?
Yeah. Dude, this guy has ulterior motives, man.
part of me is
Ulterior
like,
motives,
this is
dude.
look, this is reaction is kind
That's
of like me too.
ulterior
I'm like,
motive. I would not even reply to that email
That is
if
the
you're not
weirdest
interested in that
fucking-
shit.
Hey, my fiance's out of
But
town.
look.
What are y'all up to this weekend? That is like,
the weird. Okay, look,
That's as in, hey,
let's fuck.
yeah, don't tell your fiance, come over to my house
Yep.
and we can keep this on the down low.
He thinks you're gay.
So do you honestly think that's what it is?
Yes.
Yes, dude, you're too nice a
Without
guy.
a doubt.
No, you
Yes.
can't know without a doubt.
Without a doubt. Okay,
I'm
this
saying
guy doesn't need any
risk-
friends
okay,
in town.
dude.
Maybe he's like, I want to hang out with this guy because he knows what he's doing. Like,
Why
he's in fitness
would he
kind of
want to
stuff.
do it when his fiance's out of town? He met you and your girl.
Right.
So
he
you hang
referenced,
out,
He
dude.
referenced like, what
He
are you guys
doesn't
up
want
to
to hang
this?
out with your girl.
He said,
dude.
what are you guys up to this weekend? My fiance's out of town on
That's
Sunday.
my fiance's out of town.
You guys, plural, as in like,
Yeah.
What
my
do
girl and me.
Craigslist
Dude,
ads
he's not
always
just
start
gonna
out with?
say, "Hey, do you want to fuck?" Don't tell your girl. He said, "Hey, my fiance's out of town. Wink, wink. What are y'all doing?"
Yeah, this is his way
So
of
you think
still...
there's no doubt that this is
Yes,
like there's ulterior
dude.
motives here?
This
no
is
doubt.
his-
You know, I don't speak on those kind of terms, but I would say it's very likely that that's fishy. All right.
All right, so check this out. Just to
This
make it
is
more
his
interesting for the
way.
show,
All right.
I will tell him what we are all doing on Sunday, and we can like
No.
meet him or something.
Tell him.
No,
tell him
I don't
your
wanna
girl.
meet
Tell
him.
him your girl's out of town,
Fuck no.
and ask him if he wants to meet at a hotel and see what he says. Then you'll know for sure.
That's
and when
his way.
when he says yes, you'll be like, well, okay,
You know,
Spin was right.
The only weird thing about it though is like if
The only weird thing about it.
Say like my girl and I become good friends with him and his fiance, it's kind of like, man, we've seen these guys like totally fucking naked now, like.
Yeah, so what?
You know,
that's not that big a deal.
Yeah,
but
that would bother Dizzle, but not me.
But I'm talking like
I wouldn't even
next to us naked, like
exchanging emails,
feet from like 2 feet from me was like this guy's dong, like.
Yeah, it was not a erect dong. I think if you saw if you saw an erect dong, that would be way, way different.
Would that convince you that there's
if you hang
motives?
out with him this weekend?
Yes.
If you hang out with him this weekend, you
That's
will
what
see his
convinces
erect
him.
dong.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, if you respond to that email.
Yeah, his
no.
email by just
Yeah.
kind of saying it, but not is.
Yeah, that's the.
He doesn't want to ruin. He doesn't want to embarrass himself, but he wants to kind of give you the in if you're gay.
Yep.
To come in and be like,
That's
hey,
what I
you know
think.
what?
But if you are truly
Forget-
gay, then
Hey,
why would you have a fiance? Why would
He
I
might
have
be
my girl there
bisexual.
with me?
Believe what you want, man.
He might be
I mean,
bisexual.
it's just how is it not fit?
I'll tell you what. If I'm naked and I see somebody's inner tube flying across the beach, dude, that inner tube's gonna keep flying. I ain't running across, bending over, and handing it to you. There's no way.
What if there is a guy with a nice body who had the float?
Yeah, if I was wanting something from somebody like that.
But let me ask
yeah.
you this: like, if there's someone,
Did he see
that
you before? Did he not see you? Did he just see this float?
no,
and
he
just
saw
ran
the
off?
float, then he saw me going after it, and then he was like, okay, like this guy might be able to help me more than my trainer. Because honestly, like
that's what went through his mind.
I got it better than a lot of trainers in town. Like I know my shit. Like I just,
Like,
you know
I
what I'm
agree.
saying?
I agree.
Like I got it better. A trainer you should be able to see yourself and what you want to be in your trainer.
Yeah.
And a lot, both
I
Dizzle
agree.
and I
Absolutely agree with that.
How many gyms have
Very
good,
few.
Oh, right, none, like none.
Very few.
So he probably looked at me and was like, "Okay, my
I know-
trainer sucks."
I know if I was at that beach and my little tube floated around with my physique, this guy would not be chasing that thing. He's like, I don't want to bang Dizzle.
Yeah.
Let that thing fly.
You don't think there's any truth to the fact that someone out there might just be like new to town? Maybe he like wants some cool people to hang out
Do
with.
you want our permission to go bang this
I'm
guy?
not gonna
Is that what you're
fucking
trying to get?
bang this guy?
Dude,
you
bang away, man. I don't care.
No way.
I'll still
You
be
look.
your
You
friend.
sound like you want our permission, dude.
Yeah, what are you? What are
I'm
you
just-
asking? What is your question?
My question is, you don't think there's something like genuine about this? Like you think this guy just wants to attack my butthole, like straight up?
Yes.
What is your question?
My question is, you don't think there are people out there that are just like they go to places like this to meet maybe people that are cool and
Yes,
like
there are
free
there are-
and maybe have their shit together with physique and like lifting weights and like they know
Here's the
things.
way I look at it.
That-
You have plenty of other opportunities to meet people
No
that are not
shit.
going to try to fuck you. Pass this one up, man.
Yeah, for sure. Do you go to Hippy Hollow, a place known for kind of like gay, swinging, all that stuff? You're new to town. Oh, where are you going to go? Oh, let's go there and meet some guy with a nice body and attack his butthole.
No way, dude. You missed the part where there are like actually good-looking girls that lay out there in like
No,
groups.
we're not talking about the girl. We're talking about the
this
guy
situation.
who got your email and who has now informed you that his fiance is out of town.
So you
what
think
are you
he's
doing?
like swinging or bisexual?
Bisexual.
Or gay?
Or if he's gay, then
That might not
why-
have even been his fiance.
I thought about that, too.
might have been what's
I
called
thought
a
about that for a
beard.
second.
It's a beard. It's like a chick that hangs around to help gay guys get laid.
I thought about
Huh.
that for 1 second too.
I didn't know that existed.
Yeah, it's called a beard.
That is sneaky shit. And well, there you go.
Yeah.
So, man, the stars sure look like it's pointing at.
Yeah.
There's a lot of reasons. I
Hey,
mean,
Spin,
don't you have
you're a
enough
stock
friends?
trader, right?
Yeah.
If the stock looks like it's about to go down, right? You don't.
Explode.
Yeah, you just don't buy it, right?
Or
you sell it
I'd
off.
probably sell it. I'd probably short it.
Yeah.
This one looks like, if I had to bet on this one, I would bet that what
He's
we're
gay.
saying
Yeah,
is
you're not hard up for friends,
Not-
dude. You don't need another friend.
I'm not saying I want another friend, but some people. I like people that have the desire to like work out. I like that in my life. Like people like that are very hard to find.
especially if he
Maybe he's gonna be like the next like cool
Lust-
triathlete guy that trains with me and like bikes with me and stuff. Like I don't know.
He'll want to play Twister pretty soon.
who will lust after your butthole.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, pass this one up, man. Let us know how it goes, though.
Yeah, let us know.
Oh, look
how
at
that-
pass it up, but let us know. Like we want coverage.
My experience with Dr. Dan is he's going to do what he wants, so
That's right.
there will be more to this story.
Yeah, let us know if he's good in bed, man.
Yeah, let us know when he rapes you.
Fuck y'all. It's on on the flight.
Yeah.
What's that beside you under the blanket?
You're in a foreign country, right?
Like China.
Like, you were in Nice, right?
I was in Nice,
At a
right.
nude beach, foreign country. No one knows who you are.
Right.
You're not seeing anyone there. Chances are, if you pull down your pants and the women there see a huge dong, you're going to get approached for sex or something.
Maybe he's a grower.
Why would you keep your pants on?
Maybe he's a grower.
You know what? There is no chance to. There's no reason to keep my pants on. You're right.
What was in your head? Were you kind of embarrassed or shy? You were shy, right?
Are you a shower or a grower?
What's the
all
difference?
these penis questions, man.
there's
Dizzle can explain.
Okay, shower is where let's say you're 10 inches erect, you're probably like 9.5, 8 inches flaccid. If you're a grower and you're 10 inches erect, you might be like 3 inches flaccid. So unless you're erect, you look like you have like nothing down there.
Huh. Well, this is getting kind of personal.
I hadn't heard this before last show. So
basically, is it a baby anaconda or is it a full-grown anaconda?
Well, get a brother excited. I think it's gonna be a full grown.
So are you a shower? Are you a shower or a grower?
I think I'm a grower.
Whoa.
Okay, so see, that's my
That's
theory
why-
holds correct.
yeah, that's why I wasn't nude at the
So
nude
does it
beach.
make thundering noises when it gets bigger?
It does.
It freestyles, dude. So my theory and spins, I think I've convinced him at this point. Showers, like
Well,
if
yeah.
guys are small and you have to grow big, psychologically that's damaging. You're like, I'm not at my best. Because I know if I was a grower or a shower, I would kind of try to get myself excited. When I'm halfway excited, I might pull my pants down for a little bit, take a couple of rounds around the nude beach. And then as I feel it shrinking back down, I'll pull it right back up.
But you'll be thinking about like nude things and like things
Yeah,
to get
I'll
you
be
back
trying to
excited.
hold it as excited as I can. But then I have to look at some dudes every now and then, not to get too excited, you know? You don't want to walk around with a full erection. That's
So
just
wait,
creepy.
You're gonna look at dude. Okay,
So you're gonna-
And I'll try to keep it.
Your
So he's
penis
trying to
is
get-
hard, and you're looking.
I
at
want it like
dudes.
3/4.
My whole theory here is holding.
I think I get what he's saying. He's trying to get it bigger and maintain it. But if it gets too big, then he looks at a guy. That way, it kills it. kinda.
Yeah, I don't want to get a full blown
what I'm saying?
erection. You
Well,
know
I-
what I'm saying?
of course I
want
He's
it
trying
like,
to prove that he's not homosexual.
I don't want it 3/4. Admit
You
it.
know?
If you were a grower, a shower, right, Eddie,
Right.
you'd probably walk around fully nude. I mean, who gives a shit at that
Yeah.
point?
Well, if I lost some weight, I'd probably.
So it was a
walk
weight
around.
issue then.
Did you have a shirt on too?
I had my shirt on.
Oh, okay,
yes.
well that's what it is.
Yeah, it's
then.
a weight thing.
Yeah,
Then
it's
I
got
think
nothing to do
if
with
we
dong
got him
size.
shrunk down to like you said, you're 260, right?
265,
And
How
what?
tall are you?
6 feet.
Yeah.
And he's got a lot of muscles. So I would say 220, 210. This guy would
Yeah,
be.
you just lean out, man. You'll be good to go.
yeah.
Who do you want to look like?
Daniel Craig in the James Bond movie, the first one.
Yeah. When he walks
Yeah.
out of the water with that.
The skinny white guy.
Did you ever think
He's
you?
fucking big. No, he's big in that one. He's big in that one part. He's a big guy in that
Hey,
part.
yeah, a black guy wants to look
You
like a white
figured a
guy.
black guy would say, "I want to look like Denzel," or
Right.
He
I was
picked a
thinking-
white guy. I told you, dude. He's the
Skinny white
whitest
guy.
black guy ever.
So who do you want to look
He
like?
wants
A
to be white,
Skinny
dude.
white guy.
He's not skinny, dude. Daniel Craig in that movie is huge.
Yeah, but
Next time we see him, dude, he's gonna be like Michael Jackson rubbing that cream on himself.
God dang.
Stay black, dude. That's why we love you.
Love you too.
So was there a lot of good stuff? Was there a lot to look at this new beach? A lot of tail? Was it good?
got to be way better than Hippy Hollow.
Oh, it was way better than Hippy Hollow. Man, there's some beautiful girls.
You've been to Hippy Hollow?
I've seen pictures.
Yeah.
Pictures?
Well,
Funny, all these people talk shit about Hippy Hollow, yet they haven't.
Well,
gone. Except for
he
Dizzle.
was
Dizzle's
out of
been.
country last show, so he didn't know what happened. Pretty much what we were talking about last show, Dr. Dan goes to Hippy Hollow, which is a local nude beach. And he has one of these huge rafts that fly around. I mean,
Yeah.
that you sit on in
an
the
island.
water.
It's called an
like an
island.
island. You
Yeah.
blow it up. Anyway, he's carrying it with his girlfriend, right? And the wind blows it out of his hand. And some naked dude runs and chases it down at full fucking sprint. Bends over, like spreads his butt cheeks, shows it to Dr. Dan, picks it up, comes back to Dr. Dan and has a 30-minute conversation with Dr. Dan about working out.
Yeah.
And then Dr. Dan takes his email information and
We
exchanges
actually talked.
information.
We talked last
Do you
weekend.
have an update on that?
Somewhat, yeah. We talked last weekend, and I was
Well,
like,
the last we heard.
I told him I was going to hang out with. I told him we were going to hang out with him.
But what was the last email that you told us about on the
that
show?
he was like, "What are you doing next weekend? My fiance's out of town. What are you guys doing? Are you guys
That's the last we
Are
heard.
you guys busy on Sunday, right?" And I kind of felt, just being a good guy as I am, I called him on Sunday. I was like, "Hey," and immediately he picked up the phone. He was like, "Hey, Dan, what's up? And I was like, hey,
Oh.
just want to let you know. And I was actually feeling like shit, just like on the show. I felt terrible. So, like, really, like, flu sick, And I was like, I'm not really doing much today. I told you I was going to ride some cruiser bikes downtown and potentially go to the Springs. But I just want to let you know that we're not doing that. It's no big deal. And he's like, yeah, well, I got preoccupied at the house because I got to move out of this house by the end of the week because my fiance does this thing called staging. I don't know what the hell
And
this
he
means.
said all the furniture's gone except.
So she gets to have like free rent and everything wherever she goes as long as she stages the house.
Then he said like all the furniture's gone except my bed. You want to come over?
What is that one line from that one movie? You know what I'm talking about? God dang it, the Bruno movie, where he goes like all the bear ate all.
The bear ate everything except my condom.
The bear ate all my clothes, but he left the condoms.
I forgot about that.
Anyway, it's kind of so that's the update. I told him I was going to call him this weekend. Now we got some friends coming in town, and Diz will be here. He's a nice guy. Hopefully, his fiance will be with him. I don't know.
Hopefully.
They're trying to like, say this guy wants to avenge my butthole, right? And it's not the way it is.
Because it's like his fiance suddenly out of the picture. She's always going to be doing something. Watch. Oh, she's staging right now. Oh, she's at a baby shower. Oh, come over. She's at a movie. Oh, she went out of the country. Oh, she's on a business trip.
At a nude beach, who else is going to save my raft from going down like the rocky seashore? Like
Nobody.
It's going to be a fucking nude guy more than
You know what should save your in a normal situation? What should save your raft is rocks, dude.
Or you should get your own fucking raft.
Rocks or
I was
you.
going for it, but this fucking guy decided he wanted to
beat you to it.
Captain America
flashed
like,
his butthole at you.
Let's ask Eddie D, dude. If you were in the south of France or wherever you were, and at a nude beach, and suddenly some weird dude is like darting full speed like the Flash, man. Remember that superhero, the Flash? He's chasing your raft and comes after you. And it's like, hey, I got your raft.
He didn't come after me. He just looked at me and he was like, hey, you got a pretty good body.
You'd be suspicious immediately, right?
Well, I think in my case, it'll be a naked Pamela Anderson from
Can't be that way.
1994.
Dr. Dan has no gaydar, dude.
Those one-piece bathing suits.
Your gaydar is broken, Dr.
Remember,
Dan.
it's a nude beach. It'll be nothing.
I think the correct thing is like, okay, I don't, nude guys don't like offend me, and gay guys don't
They don't offend
me.
us either, but like...
So I'm uncomfortable with all that shit, except I don't buy into it, I don't do it, but it's all around this town. This is Austin, dude.
Yeah,
we're like miniature
That's why we all live here. We have no problem with it.
Who's offended by it?
We don't have a problem with it, but we're good at spotting. Like, if a guy's trying to bang us and we're straight...
But if your
we're trying
gaydar is
to
like
avoid the
overly
situation.
sensitive, that could be because maybe you are someone.
You're right. Absolutely. I agree with you.
Right?
If your gaydar is way too sensitive.
I
but
just-
if a guy bends over, shows you his butthole,
show it to me on
then tells
purpose.
you, then he said,
Fuck.
okay, and then he
You
gets
might
your
be
email,
purposely ignoring
and then he
it.
says, hey, my fiance's out of town. You want to hang out? I mean, come on, put the fucking puzzle pieces together, man.
He's choosing to ignore that.
Whatever.
Kind
I
of
don't. He's not going to rape you, most likely, but
Dr. Dan's going to be getting a blowjob. He's
most
like,
interesting
I don't
part-
think he's gay. I haven't come yet.
The interesting
He's
part.
not very good at it. He must not be gay.
he's a terrible dick sucker.
My first conversation with this guy about working out and everything was all between him and me, and he was fully nude and I was clothed sitting next to him having this conversation about working out. But then his fiance was to his left and she was buck naked too.
Oh, how did the fiance look?
She was good looking, man.
Good looking.
Yeah.
So hey, Eddie, did you talk to any nude girls at the beach? Do you walk up to girls? Or what do you do? You're staring like, right, you're constantly looking. Did you wear sunglasses?
You know what? I did.
And you were looking like, shut the fuck up. You were looking like crazy, dude.
Okay, yes, I was. I'm
You
a
were
man.
right.
I'm a
You
man.
were right.
You know what?
Who would not do that?
Yeah, who wouldn't?
So are you glancing around or do you have like one or two you've spotted that like, they're good. I'm just going to look at
Who
her.
were you there with anyway? Just you?
Actually, first out of the trip, I was by myself until I got to Paris, and
But at the nude beach, who were you with?
I was alone.
Okay, so
I got a quick question.
Perfect.
Did you ever think about maybe just wearing a shirt and then no pants?
You know what? I'll think about that for next time I'm in Nice.
He must be American.
So, okay, you're sitting at this nude beach wearing sunglasses, right?
Right.
So when you're checking out a girl, do you like prop into place and act like you're kind of asleep or relaxing, but you're just staring at her the whole time?
You know what? I act like I'm looking out at the water. And I'm
But
like,
you're really
man,
checking out the girls, right? You position yourself to see whatever.
He gets a
hot girls.
tiny little crush going. He looks at one person consistently, probably.
Yeah, that's what I do, right?
Right. You know what? I think you're right. Yeah.
So what kind of girls? These are all European girls, French girls, or are they from all over the world?
I couldn't tell. They're all really different
How
type of
crowded
girls.
was this place? Was it crowded?
I was there in the afternoon, so it was It was pretty
He was there
crowded.
from 8 to like sunset. 8 in the morning to
Was
the
there for
sunset.
16 hours.
All right, confess.
He's at midnight with sunglasses on.
Night vision.
It's like one person left on the beach and he's still there looking at him.
It's like Weekend at Bernie's, dude.
I'm looking at the water
Who is this black guy wearing sunglasses? He's been here since
with no pants on.
he came before the sun came out. He was wearing sunglasses. The sun is set. Sunglasses. He hadn't moved.
That's why he's so dark.
The last person leaves like a guy, he leaves too. He's like, oh, fuck it. It's over.
It's like he's the guy after the movie. Like everyone leaves, but he's the guy who waits till the credits are over.